Everyone, welcome back. So in the last video, we have discussed about the order by clause, and now we will discuss about and or operators, right? So first of all, yes, let's take one more example to understand the order by clause. So uh, as we have discussed about this sorting the result in the ascending order. So whenever we are sorting the result in the ascending order of any one given column, so in that case, it is not mandatory to specify the keyword ASC after the column name in the order by clause. But if you want the result to be sorted in the descending order by any given column, then it becomes important to specify the keyword DESC. For example, the statement that we have already written in line 12 and 13, right? So here you can see that if I will select this part and if I'll execute this statement, so you can see that this is the output that we discussed in the last video. But since we wanted the result to be sorted in the ascending order of the department column, so we have mentioned ASC, but we can remove this ASC from here as well, right? Then also we will get the same output. So I will copy this statement written in line 12 and 13, and I'll come to line 15 and I'll paste it here. And I'll remove this keyword ASC because we want the result to be sorted in the ascending order by the department column and then descending order by the salary column. So statements written in line 12, 13 and 15, 16 will give you same output. So I'll select these two select statements right from line number 12 to 16 and I will then execute them. So you will see that both of them are having same output. Identical output, right? So that was one of the things that we had to discuss about the order by clause. Now let's discuss about the examples on and or operator. So for that purpose, what I'll do, I'll just simply click here on new query and it will open a new query window for us. So press enter twice, come to line number 3. And let's say this time we want to use employee records table. So what I'll do, first of all, let's write select star from employee records and shift up arrow key, control E. So this is the table that we have, right? So first of all, let's say there's a condition that's given to us and we have to find out those employees where the last name of the employee is Miller. So how we can achieve that? So we can simply write select star from employee records where last name is equal to, since it is a textual field, since it's a field, last name is a column that consists of textual values. So we can write it in single quotes. So last name is equal to, I'll copy the name from here, right click on Miller and paste it here in the query window. Now, if you will execute the statement written in line 3 and 4, you will see that only those records are being represented where the last name of the employee is Miller. But what if there is one more condition that is given to you and it is said that you have to display all those records where the last name of the employee is Miller. Apart from that, the employee ID should be equal to 3. So you will have to put one more condition. So there are two conditions that have to be met and only then output should be given to you. So we are basically, whenever we are using the where clause, it means we are filtering the records. So we will be filtering the records, but this time we have to apply two conditions. The first condition being last name is equal to Miller, and second condition is that the employee ID has to be 3. So we can use AND keyword for that. So we can write AND, we can use AND operator for that. So we can write select star from employee records where last name is equal to Miller and employee ID. The moment you will type 2-3 characters, IntelliSense will show you the possible options that you can choose from. So employee ID, press tab key. It has to be equal to 3. Since it is a numerical field, so we can simply write 3 and we are not writing it in single quotes, although we can write it in single quotes as well. But let's write it like this only as of now. If I will select the statement written in line 3 and 4, and if I'll execute the statement, you will see that we get only one record in the output because only this one record is fulfilling both the conditions which are mentioned in the select statement, right? So that's why. Now, if I will copy this statement, Control C, and I'll come to line number 6 and I'll paste it here. Let's say if I want to write employee ID equal to 3 in single quotes, I mean 3 has to be written in single quotes. So we can write it in single quotes as well. And now if I will select the statement written in line 6 and 7, and if I'll execute it, you will see that it's going to give us the same output, right? So that was also one point that we had to discuss. Now, if I will select these two statements, that is the select statement written in line 3, 4 and 6, 7, and if I'll execute them together, you can see that both of them are having same output, right? So that was about the AND operator. So we can use AND operator when we have more than one conditions available and we want to filter the records according to those conditions. So that's when we will use AND operator. And whenever AND operator is being used, it means whatever conditions are being specified using the AND operator in the where clause, all those conditions have to be met. Only then the output will be given or output will be generated, corresponding output will be generated by the select statement. Both, if for example, here if we have specified two conditions, then only those records will be shown in output which meet both the criterias which are mentioned in the where clause using the AND operator, right? So that's about the AND operator. And if I will talk about OR operator, then OR operator is basically whenever we will use OR operator, then whatever conditions we have specified in the where clause in the case of OR operator, then it shows you output if at least even one of the conditions is true, right? So let's take an example to understand that. So I will scroll down and I will again write a simple select statement to see the data first. So I will write select star from dbo dot employee records. And if I will now execute the statement written in line 9, so this is the table that we have. Now let's say we want to see the data only for those employees who are either from HR department or from finance department, right? We do not want to see the records for IT. So as of now, we are having a total of 6 records. And let's say we want to see those records, records for those employees who are either from HR or from finance department. So we can apply a condition and we can say select star from DBO employee records where department is equal to, in single quotes, HR. I'll copy it from here and paste it here. Or we are using OR operator here, right? Or department is equal to, in single quotes, we can write finance. So either if any one of the condition is being fulfilled, though that particular record will be shown in the output. So I will select the statement written in line 9 and 10 and will execute it. And you can see that there are now only 5 records available in the output. We do not see IT anywhere, right? Because we used the OR operator, and OR operator will basically, if you are using OR operator in the where clause, then at least any one condition has to be fulfilled to show the output. If I talk about the IT department, so that is not included as a part of these conditions. That's why we didn't get that record in the output, right? And that's why we have a total of 5 records in the output. If I'll click on messages, you will see 5 records affected because 5 records were shown to you in the output. Again, click on result, fine. And we can use the and OR operator together. So how we can do that? Let's take an example to understand that as well. Let's say we want to view the data of only those employees where the department is either HR or finance and the salary of the employee has to be 60,000. So how we can write that statement? I will again write select star from dbo.employee records where department is equal to, in the single quotes, HR, or department is equal to finance. And there is one more condition that we want, and we want that the salary must be equal to 60,000. So first of all, these conditions, 2 conditions that we have written using the OR operator, we should put them in a bracket, right? So we should put this condition in a bracket. Along with these 2 conditions, there is one condition that is a mandatory condition that has to be there. So because that's a mandatory condition that has to be there, so now we will be using that condition along with the AND operator, and outside the bracket, I'll press the AND key, and outside the bracket, I will write and then I will mention that salary has to be equal to your 60,000, right? So This is the statement that we have written. Now, if I will select the statement written in line 12 and 13, and if I will execute it, so you will see only those records which belong to either HR or finance department, and they are having a salary of 60,000. So both the records actually are belonging to HR department, and these two candidates or employees belonging to HR department are only having a salary of 60,000. That's why these two records are only being shown to us in the output. So we can use the and or operator in these kind of situations, right? So I hope this video was helpful and it gave you some idea around about the and or operators and how we can use them and to filter the records, right, in the where clause. We'll meet in the next session. We'll discuss more about other topics and we'll take more questions to understand more about other concepts. Till then, thank you. Bye-bye.